Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Java programming for beginners. And in this video, we will see what are arrays and how we can declare and use arrays in Java. Now, what is an array? An array is same as a variable, but it can store more than one values at a time. But the only condition with array is you need to store, or you can only store same kind of values in an array. For example, you want to store 10 integer in an array, you can do it. But if you want to store 5 integers and 5 double values, you can not do it. So you can only store same kind of data type in an array. So let's see how we can declare array in Java. It's very simple. You just need to give the data type first of all. For example, we want to create an integer array, then we give the data type, and then we use these square brackets, and then we give the variable name. For example, my int array. Okay, and then you can initialize this array in these curly braces, and whatever comes inside these curly braces, for example 1 comma 3 comma 2 comma 4 comma 5, these are the values or elements of the array. So it can store multiple integer. So we have stored right now 5 integers in this array, right? And when you compile it, it will work fine. There is other way of declaring array, and which is like this. You just use your data type and then my int array 2, for example, and then you give your square bracket, and then you can give values to the array, and this will also work fine, but it's not the preferred way of declaring array. So this first way of declaring array is preferred. This is not preferred way of declaring array in Java, but it will work if you want to declare it. So we compile it and it will compile fine. It will not complain. Okay. Now there are different ways of declaring array. The most basic one is this one, but there are different ways of declaring arrays like this. The most used ways of declaring array are these three ways. So first is whatever I showed you here, like this, and which is like this, right? And you can declare an array like this: integer, square bracket, and the name, and is equal to new. We haven't learned what is new keyword here, so I will not go into deep in this and this kind of array. This we will learn when we will learn how to use classes and objects. So we will use this kind of array right now, but I wanted to show you that these declarations are also possible, right? So now if you declare an array, these are called the elements of the array, and right now our array contains 5 elements, and the index, so the position at which these values are stored, are called index. And the index of the array, if you think that it will start from 1, it will not. The index of an array starts from 0. So for example, I want to print the value, this one 2, for example. So I can write system dot out dot print line, and then in here I can print my array like this, and in the square bracket you can give the index. So if you want to print this 2, you may think that the position is 1, 2, 3, third position, 2 is at the third position, and 1 is at the 4th position, and 3 is at the 5th position, and 2 is at the 6th position, and 7 is at the 8th position, and 9 is at the 10th position, and 10 is at the 11th position, and 11 is at the 12th position, and 12 is at the 13th position, and 13 is at the 14th position, and 14 is at the 15th position, and 15 is at the 16th position, and 16 is at the 17th position, and 17 is at the 18th position, and 18 is at the 19th position, and 19 is at the 20th position, and 20 is at the 21st position, and 21 is at the 22nd position, and 22 is at the 23rd position, and 23 is at the 24th position, and 24 is at the 25th position, and 25 is at the 26th position, and 26 is at the 27th position, and 27 is at the 28th position, and 28 is at the 29th position, and 29 is at the 30th position, and 30 is at and you can do it like this. But when you run this program, it will give you the value 4, which is this one. So index of the array starts from 0. So 0, 1 and 2. So the actual position of this value is 2, and whenever you write index 2, it will give you the value 2. Okay, let's take some bigger values: 3, 31, 26, 40 something, and 52. Okay, and we want to print 26 here. So the index of this is 0, 1, 2. So just write the name of your array, and then is in square bracket the index of the array, and it will print the index of the array like this. Okay, so in this way you can access the value of array. If you want to access this 100, you can just write the position index 0, and then you can access the value 100 like this. Okay, and if you want to print all the values in the array, I have shown you how to use loops, and using, for example, while loop, you can print all the values in the array like this. For example, we want to print the value of all the elements. Okay, so on the basis of its position, you can do it. For example, I declare one more variable, int I is equal to 0, which will be the index, or let's name it as index of the array. Okay, and if index is less than 5, right, because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it will go up to 4, but as soon as it goes to 5, it will be exhausted, right? If index is less than 5, we want to print the value of the array. So index, we will paste it here instead of 0, and then we will increase the value of index by 1 every time in the loop. And this, when we run this program, this will give you the value of this array like this. You see, all the elements are printed like using this while loop. First is 100, second is 31, third is 26, fourth is 48, and fifth element is 52. Okay, but if you do something like this, for example, you change it to 6, but your array value is 5, then it will give you an error, because the last value it will try to access is not existing, so it will give you some error. So always remember what is the size of your array, and depending upon the size of the array, consider making your program, then it will not give an error, right? So size of an array is important whenever you use the array. So I hope you have understood the basic declarations and how to use arrays in Java, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.